Question 1417. Should we legislate against thought crime?
No. How would you enforce that? And also, that's absurd.
Let me think about that.
It's entirely too early in the morning for this question.
I'm thinking about something that's illegal in my state right now.
Nerdy says only against Dave's thoughts. Yeah, I'm not suggesting we legalize. We make everything, all thoughts illegal. I'm suggesting that perhaps there are some thoughts that should be illegal.
How can you control what you think? I mean,
well,
okay.
That's my question: is how do they police it?
Oh, sorry, Tim.
Okay. What is conspiracy then?
Conspiracy is speaking to other people and arranging nefarious shit. That's what conspiracy is.
Yeah, but my point is nothing has happened still. You've got this line at the point at which...
But it's taking action. It's not just a mental exercise.
Yeah, it's not just thinking about... Because
they can't arrest you for conspiracy if you don't actually commit.
If you don't do anything. Yeah, I mean, like...
No, that's not correct either. They can nab
you for conspiracy
before the deed takes place.
They can't arrest you for attempted whatever if you actually try to do it.
The conspiracy has to have produced some tangible evidence, which could be just a recorded phone call.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it has to have some actual appearance.
But also, like, if you've ever experienced intrusive thoughts, like in the mental health sense or mental ill health sense in this case, like I've definitely had homicidal and suicidal ideation, but I have never killed myself or anyone else. So no, I should not go to jail for having had dark thoughts.
Well, and if you're in a highly religious state, what if you think about sex? You know.
Yeah, there you go. Boom. I've got a sex act in my head right now that is illegal where I live.
Oh, cool. Let's get to that.
I'm in Georgia. Those sex acts are illegal.
I'm not harming anybody, by the way. This is a consensual thing, but it's technically illegal in the state where I live.
But not to mention that I don't see a single person on this panel that hasn't had the thought that they'd like to see Donald Trump blow up in a helicopter.
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
Helicopters are beautiful machines too.
Yeah. Okay, so how many of you weren't hoping that he'd get sicker with COVID?
I was hoping he'd go head over heels down a flight of steps and crack his skull and bleed to death.
I never thought that kind of stuff because I didn't care enough, I guess. But also, like, I don't feel that thinking that way about someone's gonna be very constructive to things. Yeah, productive to things. So I never thought that kind of stuff about it.
Well, yeah, because my thoughts can't alter reality, but.
It doesn't negate the fact that we all have that fleeting thought through our head of, God, I'd wish you'd trip and fall on your face. I mean.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Like, I have intrusive thoughts. Like, I'm well medicated now, so I don't have those thoughts or try stuff. I've tried stuff multiple times, but. Like, I just never about him, because I'm like, well, if something happens to him, that's just going to fuel his flunkies. So
that's true. I was actually a bit worried when he had COVID because I was.
Whenever he got COVID in my area, they're like, oh well, God is like proving to us that you can get over COVID by giving it to him, and he can beat it, we can beat it because God loves us. And like, that's not what that means. That just means he's dumb and he exposed himself to COVID.
Yeah,
I don't believe he actually had COVID.
Well, let's just say if he is the second coming, that these evangelicals think he is. We'll see if he does a miraculous return in the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay, it's happening.
Oh, shh. I heard Africa
there are
holding
people that think that.
Hold a benefit concert for Trumps and their money troubles. Trump aid.
I love that.
Didn't that fucking asshole Idi Amin actually did something once where he did Save the British Fund?
Yeah, I think he phoned up, didn't he? To offer
he actually it was because he was pissed at us because we actually stopped selling him arms, I think. Yeah, believe it or not, our government actually wants to stop selling arms to a fucking arsehole. Very unusual.
Nerdy said only against Dave's thoughts. Theo said easy question, no. Then conspiring is planning something illegal. Dog says, but I enjoy coveting my neighbour's backside through a crack in the curtains.
There are only 33 media people there.
Oh, Russian Vince is going to get so triggered. 33.
You mean they didn't let all the YouTubers in? I don't understand it.
Crafty says, let me respond with the seriousness with this question reserves with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 poop emojis. Nerdy says, should telepathy be legislated against?
Yes.
Yes. I'm reading someone's mind.
And there is that difference between conspiring, because it's something that can be measured. Like, they can, gather more and more evidence. Usually when they suspect somebody of conspiring, they don't move straight away.
But we are going to be in a position in the next 150 years, we are going to be in a position to reliably read someone's thoughts.
That's
Maybe.
terrifying.
Maybe.
We
maybe
will.
You can try.
And maybe we should worry about this, and we can actually have the technology to do this shit.
That
Might
works
not
so
like
well.
what you hear.
I can say that works so well with the internet, doesn't it? Waiting until it's here and then they try and legislate it, and it's already too late. We end up with Twitter and unpoliceable politicians.
We're
For a moment, I
dodging
thought you
the
said
question
unkissable
anyway.
politicians. And I'm like, why would you want to kiss him?
Say again, Sammy?
Discussing whether or not it could be a thing's dodging the question anyway.
Yeah.
I think the answer is pretty straightforward. No.
So you think if somebody on their own plans in their head to bomb somewhere, and you know for a fact that thought is real, that they are going to do it?
Until they attempt to do it, they haven't committed a crime.
Yeah.
That's right.
Period.
Yeah.
Full stop.
This is
Exactly. So
This question is what comes from watching the fucking Minority Report. Quite
The helicopter
that's
is
the movie. I was thinking, like, isn't there a fucking movie about this shit? Minority Report. Thank you.
Yeah, based on a Philip K. Dick story. Yeah, the idea of locking people up before they've committed a crime.
Yes.
Yeah,
helicopter is
Just
I
like-
can't condone that.
No, I can't. I can't even.
But not even to save an innocent life.
Not until
No.
they. No, I'm sorry, but no, not until if you haven't attempted something, if you haven't tried to do it or done it, you can't be charged with it. And
You
you
use them in.
Because isn't
No,
it
if you
possible,
actually
Dave, that you
catch them
can be
in the act of doing
completely convinced you're going to do something right up to the point and then change your mind?
Yep.
Yeah.
or they'll be the fake undercover guys, and they'll sell you a dummy rocket.
You're thinking about bringing down the helicopter again, aren't you?
No, I would not attempt to kill this guy now. He's gone. He's gone.
The Secret Service is going to bust into Jenny's any second now.
I don't think he's gone. Like, again, like his followers love him way too much to like let this be the end of it.
If him and I were to meet on the street, I would slap him as hard as I could.
Can we just have a moment of silence for Florida?
What did they do?
Oh, good.
They're
point.
about to receive Trump. For the
Oh,
foreseeable
those poor
future.
babies.
It's off the ground. Goodbye, you fat pig.
David
No,
Melville.
no.
Yeah.
No. Hey.
Goodbye.
I know how to play that on a few instruments. So I like that song.
I think Trump is the official Florida man now. They'll be
Yes, he is. That's true.
can take
Julie, hit that one. Yeah.
Well,
He's the right colour.
I think originally his plan was to be over in Scotland to playing golf for the inauguration day, but Nicola Sturgeon said, "You ain't fucking coming into our country to play golf. It's not essential travel."
It's fantastic.
David Melbourne says, I disagree. We have 6 people on trial right now for planning to kidnap the governor of Michigan. But the point is they actively planned it. How do you... Okay, go back to the thing you just said before. Right? But what if I plan... What if I say I'm going to do it? How is that different?
There you go. Now you're entering intent.
No.
All right? And
No. If I say I'm going to shoot down President Trump's... I'm going to think it. I'm going to think it.
Hold on. You would actually be investigated for that.
That is actually a crime. You're threatening a person's life and threatening. That's
just shush. Right. I'm not going to do this. I'm using it as an example. Right. In my head, I think I have the complete intent to shoot down the helicopter. I vocalize that I have the intent to shoot down the helicopter.
That's the moment where you've committed a crime.
Why? But right up until the point at which. But this is what Sammy said. Right up until the point at which I do it, but the intent was there. But right until I actually do it, I haven't done it.
If you say you're going to kill the president,
how is me saying it any different to me thinking it?
Because, Dave, this is a weird moment in American law. This is the one place where our freedom of speech is limited, and it's threatening the life of a president.
No, forget that it's a president then.
And if you threaten the life of someone else, they can call the police and say this person has said they're going to kill me, and that is, that's
and then it depends on the police department, because they're going to say as long as they haven't done anything, they're not going to do anything, because it happens to a lot of women and men when their exes stalk them.
And it also depends on if you're the target and you're black, the police aren't going to care at all.
Yeah,
that's not good. African humanist says.
What I think, for me, what it comes down to is that while it is only in your head, you can't be held accountable for it, because it's proven that we can't necessarily control our thoughts.
We can't.
I mean, people are debating whether we even have any control over our decisions.
We don't realistically.
Exactly.
African humanist says,
look, guys, come on. It comes in very handy that we cannot manifest our thoughts into reality.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Thank God.
Right.
Okay. You need a 3D printer.
It'd be bad.
No, I don't either.
African humanist says, as a man says in his heart, so is he.
If we could do that, at this very moment, Air Force One would be filling up with tribbles.
He's already got the one on his head.
If man can't change his mind, we're all screwed. So no.
Man can change his mind. Man can change his mind, but that doesn't mean that wasn't always going to happen.
Can we move on to another question?
Yes.
Nerdy,
just let me finish the chat. Nerdy says, brain plasticity says you can. Not necessarily. Harmonica Man says, apparently you can't tell the banker you're going to shove a howitzer up his ass either. The sheriff will pay you a visit. I imagine so. If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.